Build series is proudly sponsored by Luntstone. Luntstone is a UK independent electrical engineering contractor delivering design, manufacturing, installation, commissioning and maintenance service expertise to a broad range of customers across the industrial, retail, educational and commercial sector. So if you want to find out more about Luntstone, please check out the website link in the description down below. Without further ado, let's get on to today's video. Okay, so this is the next project. There's a couple of panels that need to be replaced. One of which is the toe board, one of which is the floor. I've got a full floor to go in. And then round the back, which I need to modify this slightly. I've got the rear boot repair, so it's going to replace all this nasty stuff, and then a rear valance. So should be quite a fun little job to do. I'm looking forward to getting stuck in. And then obviously the engine here is to go into this once it's all welded, painted, and back with the owner. So super excited to get it off the trailer, which I didn't unfortunately film. We've drilled some holes underneath because the floor was just full of water. So the panels are going to get delivered later on this afternoon because they're in Gareth's garage at the moment. We went from a full floor minus the cross member, and yeah, that was a phenomenal price really for what it was. I've seen floors that are like £700. This was £300 and something from Bull Motive. So it's literally going to be, once the back panel is sorted, once the rotisserie is sorted, and try and work out how to modify it without losing the ability to use it for my estate. So once that's modified, it can get on here. The car can get turned upside down. I'm going to cut all the floor out, leaving the cross member in. I'm going to brace the car from down this seatbelt mount across, and then from the seatbelt mount to the front as well. I'm going to tack it on up there, and it should be pretty good to just crack on. The doors are still in, so I'm going to leave the doors in place because they are obviously holding the shape. And then yeah, it should be a really fun project, he says now, to crack on with and get sorted. So yeah, oh, and the last panel I've got to do is the front panel. So this rotisserie here was designed for a clubman, so it's a little bit longer, and it's currently sat pushing up this panel. So I need to obviously replace this panel, but once it's done, I think I'm going to probably jack the car up or have the car propped up with tyres. I can then cut this front panel off, weld the new one in, because what I don't want to do is weld the new one in and damage this panel. And we are all singing and dancing and ready to go for paint. So it's going to be a long one, I reckon, but it's going to be definitely something I can get my teeth stuck into and turn this back to its former glory. So stay tuned. I'm sure we can do justice to what the car deserves, hopefully. So we've got the Mini. All we need now are the panels. Right, okay, so you see the stuff coming off the trailer, but I thought I'd go through and say exactly what's what. So all of the panels here are from Bodywork. They had a fantastic deal, and I still can't quite get my head around the price of this panel. So if you buy a floor panel with a cross member in, it's about £790 or so, give or take. The floor panel, a genuine heritage floor panel for a later style Mini with the smaller cutouts and also the recess to put your piping through, your feed and your return for the injection models. This floor was, I think, £350, which just blows my mind, the fact that it was so cheap. So yeah, super pleased we got this. So we've got a floor panel, we've got a rear valance, we've got a front panel, we've got outer seals, we've got a lower toe board repair, we've also got the closing panels for that valance as well. And there was one other panel which I don't think's here, but looking at the email I sent to Gareth, or the message I sent to Gareth, I don't think I actually included it, so we need to try and get hold of that, which is the rear boot repair. I'll take you to the car shortly and show you around fully what we're doing, but yeah, super pleased. One thing I do need to do, I need to sort out very quickly, is this rear jig. So the jig itself is too wide to go into the boot. That's been designed for a Clubman estate, which obviously has much wider entry to the rear, but I need to try and work out a way of fixing it and getting it in. So that's a job for once the engine's done, and I can get the rear on the jig, I can then rotate the car and cut the floor out. So exciting stuff to come, I'm sure. So let's get cracking.